Going on vacation can be expensive, but food is one way that you can cut back a little bit when you go on vacation. Going on vacation with four littles, especially who think that they need everything off a menu at a restaurant, can add up quickly. So we actually just got back from vacation, and I'm going to talk to you about some things that we did in order to help cut back on our food while we were on vacation. I took a bag, a reusable bag, full of snacks. And when I packed that bag, I thought, this is a lot of snacks. We are never going to go through all of these. But by the time we came back, we were gone for a week. They were almost gone. And needless to say, I was a little shocked. We traveled part of the trip to Philadelphia. So small city girl, small city everybody, going to big city. We also were divided. My husband was at a conference. My littles and I were at the hotel and ventured out a little bit. But as far as like getting out to get food, it wasn't really convenient to go and get food anywhere. So we did a lot of eating at the hotel. But I was shocked the prices of food. My husband would occasionally for lunch or supper get like 2 meals that he'd bring back, and then we just supplement with snacks. And it was like $40–50 for 2 meals. And so it was not enough to feed all of us, but it was enough to get us like our basics and to get us a good part of a meal. And then we filled in with snacks, which is part of the reason our snacks went down so fast, because I was thinking we would eat more while we were in Philadelphia, but we did not. So that would be my first tip, would be to get like part of a meal. Order maybe like a sandwich and split it, and then have snacks with you that you eat before you go in so that you're not as hungry, or maybe when you're done, or order sandwiches to take with you. In Philadelphia, there's a lot of places that you can't even eat at the restaurant. Like we picked up a pizza and we took it, or we were at like a place that had several restaurants and we ate at a table. So you could easily just bring your snacks and supplement the meal that way. So don't rely, you can still go out to eat, but you don't have to do the whole meal out to eat potentially. We also did a lot of snacks as we were traveling. So have snacks ready for in your vehicle. I actually cut up apples, and I learned that you can dip them in salt water. I think it was a teaspoon of salt per water, which I did not measure. I just kind of put some salt in some water and dipped the apples in. And honestly, that kept our apples very good for a few days. After more than a few, which we did not refrigerate them, they got a little bit more mushy, but they never turned brown. So I liked that better. I'm not a lemon juice, dip your apples in lemon juice, because I hate like that lemon juice before you get to it. But we ate a lot of apples that way. Some tips about snacks in the van. We have a van, so I'll refer to it as the van. I have seen some moms like take a big gallon-sized Ziploc bag and pack individual snacks in them to give to their kids. I think this would work great as your kids are older, but since I still have 2 littles that can't be responsible for their own snacks yet, I have not done this. But that way they can eat their snacks, they're responsible for when they get them, and then they can put their trash back in the Ziploc bag, and you can throw it away when you get to some place to get rid of it. I actually do kind of an unconventional thing, and maybe this isn't what I would suggest, but I don't individually package our snacks. I have some dog waste bags that I got for free at Menards, and so they're just like tiny bags that I have in my glove box for whatever reason I might need them. And I will dump some snacks in there and chuck them back at my girls. So not saying that's like, yes, do this. This is the perfect way to serve snacks. But you know what, it works for us. So find a way that works for you that might even be unconventional. And snacks at a gas station are expensive. Or if you're running through just a fast food place to pick up a little bit because you're a little hungry. So take some snacks with you that you can eat in the vehicle, because kids seem to be hungry the whole time that they travel. So take some snacks with you. Another thing that I did when we went to the hotel was we don't do a lot of peanut butter and jelly at our house. It's just not something I serve because we do a lot of leftovers. So I actually packed a loaf of bread and a peanut butter, and I did Nutella instead of jelly because that's what we had here at the time. So realistically, for like $6, my children and I ate 2 meals in the hotel of peanut butter and Nutella. And that was a huge money saver. It was made my life a lot less stressful because I'm thinking, I've got to try to get my kids to wherever there might be a restaurant to get food, and who knows what's there, and I need to fill their bellies. Well, I was able to fill their bellies semi-healthily pretty easily. And then we were able to get some quiet time before we went out and did other things. So that was a huge lifesaver for me. So pack something that maybe you don't normally eat. Maybe it's ham and cheese or something along those lines that you can eat and have a quick meal. On the way on vacation, I actually packed some ham and cheese sandwiches, and we stopped at a gas station and got gas, went to the bathroom, and we drove down the road to a cemetery that was very quiet. And we sat and we ate our sandwiches. The kids could blow off some energy before we loaded up and traveled a little bit further. So it was very nice. It was very relaxing and very cheap. So think outside the box and see what you can do along the way. Another thing that has been helpful for us for food on vacation is we have enjoyed staying at Airbnbs, and so either doing a grocery pickup or stopping at a grocery store once we are at a location. So the last time we went on vacation to Michigan, we did a grocery pickup, and it was nice. We could go and I could think about meals ahead of time, and I kind of planned out some meals and we picked up for those meals. The downfall was I forgot what city we were staying in, and I knew we were close to another city, and it was about a half an hour drive to pick up those groceries. So be careful. Google maybe where you're staying to the closest grocery store and make sure you're fairly close before you try to, you're starving and you have to drive half an hour to pick up your groceries. If I would have realized we were that far away, it would have worked better. But schedule a grocery pickup ahead of time and plan, like, we have these meals that we're going to eat at our Airbnb, and then we are going to go out to eat for these meals. I'm not saying don't go out to eat on vacation, but it can add up pretty quickly. So plan out those meals. Maybe have things that you wouldn't normally have at home, but are quick and easy for you to make. This last time we actually just stopped at the grocery store and walked through and we're like, what sounds good? And we picked up some frozen Chinese that we went back and made. And then we also picked up some pasta and Alfredo sauce. We didn't end up eating that at our Airbnb, but it was nice because we had it on hand in case we needed it. And then it could easily come back home with us, and we can now make that at home for a meal. So think about that too. Pick up some things that you're like, sure, we're going to eat. So something frozen that you're going to eat before you come back. And then maybe pick up a few things that can travel back with you. We also picked up oatmeal that we could eat and bring back, so that way it wasn't being wasteful for what we did not eat. So those are just some tips that I have for saving money on vacation as far as for food and for snacks. I would love to know what works for you, and if you like these kind of ideas, I'd love for you to like this video and subscribe and follow along and see what other ideas that we have, and share with me in your comments what you do for food so we can learn from each other. I hope that you have a great day, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.